That can happen in just 1 second. Winning goal, winning save, perfect tackle, clever flick, good call from the ref, great shout from the line. The county title, after 30 years, a long wait over, just 1 second. It's a game of seconds. Glorious seconds. Genius in split seconds. By great players. Just 1 second. The difference between a good decision and a bad one. A lost temper, frustrated shout, that gut reaction. We've all done it, and we're never proud. But we can do better. We all can. Sideline, dressing room, meeting room, all places of passion where split-second decisions are made. Good ones, bad ones, and some days, not so calm ones. It's instinct, we know, because we love it. We just don't think. But we have to. Of others, of our players, of our game. Think before we act.
Take a second, catch your breath. Collect yourself, don't regret. Take a second to make the right call for ladies Gaelic football.
And a very good afternoon to you, and welcome along to Chadwick's Park in Wexford for the TG4 All-Ireland Ladies Intermediate Football Championship quarter-final. The meeting of Wexford and Leitrim here today. Indeed, a repeat of the 2007 All-Ireland Intermediate Final when these two teams clashed in Croke Park. Well, a lot of water has passed under the bridge since then, but at the same time, these two teams will be hoping to advance in the championship. Let's give you a quick check on team news ahead of the throw-in. The conditions, by the way, absolutely perfect here. We'll start with the Wexford team, who are one of the forum teams in the Intermediate Championship. Remember, they reached the last two finals or have qualified from a group that included Roscommon and Monaghan. There are two late changes to the starting 15 for Wexford today. One of them involves their goalkeeper. Leanne Moore makes way and Sophie Lennon comes in to take her place. The other change in personnel sees a starting role for Katie English. She wears number 14. Behin MacDonald at number 13 is the player to make way, although there will be a number of positional switches. The Murphys occupy central roles in the team. Shauna at 3, team captain Roisin captains the side from the centre half back position, and Ashleen Murphy starts at centre half forward. Well, next, let's move on to Leitrim, and indeed, just like Wexford, there are some late changes on their starting 15 as well. One of those changes, believe it or not, includes the goalkeeping position as well, where they have brought in Michelle Monaghan, who was the regular goalkeeper, was out with a hand injury for a period of time. She replaces Michelle McNulty in between the posts for Leitrim. Shioma Quinn also makes way from the starting 15, and Alva Clancy, a very talented soccer player as well, has been handed a starting role there. Laura O'Dowd, Leah Fox and Michelle Guckin are all potential match winners in the Leitrim forward line. Leitrim have qualified from a group that included Kildare and Louth. They ran Kildare close before being beaten by Louth, a team that were relegated from the Intermediate Championship yesterday when they lost against Roscommon. Well, our match referee for today's game comes from the county of Kerry. Seamus Mulmihal is the man in the middle for this All-Ireland quarter-final. Well, the conditions, as we were telling you, almost perfect, apart maybe from a strong enough breeze that is blowing from left to right, down in towards the town end here as we look out from the back of the main stand. It's a great pleasure to welcome Leona Tactor, who's on co-commentary with us this afternoon, the former Wexford player as well. Big occasion this for Wexford. A lot of people will be looking at them and seeing how they performed in recent years, reaching the last two All-Ireland finals, but it's a team that has changed significantly, and as a result of that, we could be looking at maybe a game here where themselves and Leitrim could be evenly matched.
Yeah, I'd be expecting a very good game here today, between these two sides. Any time that Wexford and Leitrim meet, it is always a really good day, and today is going to be no exception. It is the quarter-final stages as well, and it's all up for play. As you said, the conditions couldn't be any better here today. There is a stiff breeze, as you said, blowing from the Clonard end down to the town end here, but being a former player, I've always believed that a breeze never won or lost a game. It's just the teams that adapt to it better, and it'll keep the players cool out there anyway as they're playing today. Well,
no doubt about that. It'll certainly bring the temperatures down a notch or two. It's a tricky breeze for a forward as well. Obviously, you think about the goalkeepers and the defences and the pressure that they're going to be under, but I'm presuming in the way that it's blowing, it's going to be fairly tricky, again, for the team that are going to be shooting down towards the town end, just to gauge that, and it could take a few minutes for both teams just to get into it.
Yeah, I think, that I've been watching Wexford warming up here, and they've been taking a few shots, and once you're a player and you're on the field of play and you're out there, you'll judge it differently. The breeze that we would feel up here, or the breeze that we feel around the stadium, is not necessarily the same that's actually down on the pitch. So the players will be well used to this, and they'll gauge their shots and everything like that, and get into this game.
Not looking ahead past today, but the teams will be aware that there's going to be a meeting against either either Tyrone or indeed Kildare in the All-Ireland semi-final for whoever comes through this. Both of these teams would have had meetings with Kildare. Wexford would have known them fairly well in Leinster. Leitrim played them in the group stages as well. So I presume a big performance from the winners is going to be necessary here today to carry confidence into that match.
Yeah, so Tyrone and Kildare are two big sides, you know, in this intermediate championship. But that's what I love about the intermediate championship. You can hedge your bets at the start of the season, you know, about who's going well and who's this and who's that and who's. But it's the one championship, as I suppose, in ladies football that really does, have a great competition, and it actually goes down to the final stages before you actually figure out who's going to be there. Kildare are a super side. You know, Wexford have had their losses against them this year. And Leitrim last week, put up a really good fight to them. 4-8 to 5-10. It was great to score 4-8 against Kildare. So I mean, there's very little in it.
It was a very enjoyable game and one that Leitrim very much took to them. However, Wexford will be maybe noting some of the deficiencies from that performance today, as indeed Leitrim will have been keeping a close eye on the Wexford matches as well. Just talk to me a little bit in relation to the starting 15s here, and maybe from a Wexford starting 15. Two late changes, changing the goalkeeper late on as well. Sophie Lenihan coming in there from the Clonee club, and also an introduction for Kate English. How is that going to impact the balance of the Wexford team?
Yeah, Leanne is losing out today to Sophie Lenihan, who is is more of a soccer goalkeeper, and that's where she has played her goalkeeping. And she is with the Clonee club, but soccer had been her first love. So it'll be interesting to see how Sophie gets on in there. At least they have Leanne to back up if there's anything going wrong. Just in terms of Katie English, Katie was out doing her leaving cert. She's a fabulous find this year for Wexford. She's such a tenacious cornerback. She's such a good little player, and it's great to see her coming back onto the field again today. Well,
there's going to be a bit of silence right now from Michael Cullen, who was the grandfather of the full back for the Wexford team, Shauna Murphy. So we're just going to pause for that just for a moment.
Just to say that minute silence was for Maggie Cullen, who's the grandmother of the fullback Shauna Murphy. And just the Cullen family have been a fantastic family for ladies football, with Mary Ann, Claire, Edel, Assumpton, Marguerite, all Shauna's aunts having worn the purple and gold for Wexford. And Maggie was a great supporter of ladies Gaelic football, and our thoughts and prayers are with the family at this very sad time. So the national anthem comes to a conclusion in Chadwicks, Wexford Park. Absolutely brilliant day here for Gaelic football, and indeed we'd like to welcome the listeners of Ocean FM to our coverage as well. Today's game, of course, being streamed live on the LGFA website, and radio commentary available for our Ocean FM listeners as well. Well, the two teams going through their final huddles here at the minute. Wexford in the familiar yellow and purple, Leitrim in their green and gold. Down to the left-hand side, just getting into a huddle there
there at the minute. Big day as well for the respective managers. Johnny Garrity, the man from Tyrone, in his first year in charge of Leitrim, and indeed Lizzie Kent, the Wexford manager as well. 2 late changes in either teams. Both teams changing their goalkeepers late on. Michelle Monaghan back in the Leitrim team in place of Michelle McNulty, and Leanne Moore makes way on the Wexford team, and Sophie Lenehan coming in there. Kate English also been introduced late on for Wexford, as indeed is Alva Clancy coming into the Leitrim starting 15, a hugely talented player as well. The conditions, as we were mentioning in the introduction, a very strong breeze blowing from left to right as we looked out from here, blowing down towards the town end from the Clonard end, the goal of the Churchway there to our left hand side. Wonderfully appointed ground here in Chadwick's Wexford Park, and it looks as if it's going to be Leitrim who will be playing against the breeze here in the opening half. They will be playing from right to left as their full back goes in there to make way into the full back line. Jasmine May from the St Mary's Club. Already Michelle Guckin for Leitrim has been brought out into the middle of the field, where she's going to partner Aoife Gilmartin for the throw-in. Wexford have introduced Aoife Cullen in there as well, and indeed Anya Lacey has got out to midfield, so plenty of positional switches taking place all over the place already. Ball thrown in, Michelle Guckin in early possession for Leitrim, and kicks a long one down inside towards the forward line. Start is going to be so important here. It is played inside towards Vivian Egan there, the Leitrim centre half forward, but Wexford win that first duel and they get the ball away, and it comes as far as Amy Walsh, goes sprinting past the middle of the field and gets the hand pass away, gives it to Ciara Banville wearing number 9, switches it across to the far side of the field here. Wexford looking to make an enterprising and promising start. Back to Aoife Cullen again, shoots from the edge of the D, right footed delivery from her, but it goes out to the right of the goal post as we look at it and goes wide. Michelle Monaghan in a hurry to take the kick out. Good enterprising start here. The two teams creating early chances, Leona, none taking them as of yet.
Yeah, no, that was a good move forward by Wexford. Maybe Aoife would have been better off just to keep carrying that ball in. She had space and she had Anya Lacey coming up on the outside of her, so we just want to get the early nerves out of the girls' legs and let's go with a good game.
And the Leitrim goalkeeper Michelle Monaghan has got her first kick out away to Carla Lee Gwynn. Elsie Brune gone back deep to offer an extra option there for Leitrim. Back out it comes again to Carla Lee Gwynn, all the way back to the goalkeeper, and Leitrim moving the ball now towards the direction of Casey Brune. A long clearance goes out across the sideline over on the far side of the field. Some pressure on the defender there, and it's going to be a sideline ball that Aoife Cullen is about to take. Kicks it back in field. Sarah Harding Kenny pushing right up there, moving on towards the edge of the D. Again, there's an opportunity here for Wexford. The shot coming in from distance, but it tails out for their second wide of the game. 2 chances so far for Wexford, none taken, 1 for Leitrim. Michelle Guckin has gone short with the kick out again. Second time in a row she got that one away there, so she'll be happy with that. Or Michelle Monaghan, I should say, back in the Leitrim team and starting in goals today. Michelle Guckin, a former Leitrim goalkeeper, but indeed operating up the field. We want to welcome our Ocean FM listeners who have just joined us. No score as of yet here. Almost 2 minutes played in the opening half. Leitrim on the attack as we look down on it here. A ball played across there to the far side of the field. Coming racing in here is their midfielder with Aoife Gilmartin, making significant headway with through there on towards the Wexford goal, but the referee's whistle has sounded and the ball has been overcarried, and that is going to be a free out for Wexford. The two teams very much settling down here in the opening 2 minutes of the game. Wexford in possession with Clara Donnelly over on the far side of the field as they bring the ball now into a more central role. Long one kicked down towards the Leitrim half back line, but well cut out there by Carla Lee Gwynn, but she gives the ball away. Ciara Banville takes it to midfield for Wexford. Back out it comes here again now for the home team, a Wexford team that finished top of their group in qualifying for the All-Ireland quarter-finals, went all the way to the Leinster final as well. Bernie Breen now is pushed right up from outside the 21-metre line, gets her shot away and kicks the opening point of the game. The wing back moved all the way up, was an extra option on the attack and took a really good point. Wexford lead by a point to no score.
Yeah, an excellent build-up play there by Wexford. You know, the option is to kick the ball with that wind, but you know, you want to make sure that you've got forwards inside if that's what you're going to do. A great ball by Bernie, great stalwart for the Wexford team, and Kerry before her, she put that ball over the bar.
And it's Wexford who lead here by 1 point to no score. 3 minutes and 16 seconds played in the opening half. Wexford on the attack again. Aoife Cullen decides to shoot from the outside side of the D, but that ball tails out well past the right-hand side of Michelle Monaghan's goalposts and goes out for Wexford's third wide of the game so far. Wexford are playing with a very strong breeze, by the way, behind them. For the benefit of our radio listeners on Ocean FM who have just joined us, that wind going from left to right, and it's favouring Wexford in the opening half. 3 kickouts in a row got away there by Michelle Monaghan, the Leitrim goalkeeper. This time she found Charlene Turl, a survivor from the 2007 All-Ireland final when these two teams met as well. Ball coming down over towards this near side of the field now as Leitrim look to get some momentum going. Very much playing second fiddle in around the midfield sector, with Wexford dominating it out of possession there early on, but they played the ball forward here and they've got the opportunity now to trouble the Wexford defence. Bringing it forward here is the corner or wing back, I should say, Carla Lee Gwynn. The ball goes down inside towards the forward line. Wexford have bodies back to cut it out. One of them there is Chloe Fox, and Chloe Fox did well to get the clearance in, and Wexford now have the chance to counter-attack. Amy Walsh from St. Bridget's Blackwater goes by midfield, kicks in a lovely ball, perfectly weighted pass, and it goes there towards Aisling Murphy. Centre half forward goes across to the far side of the field to get it, has it outside the 21-metre line, comes more infield into a central roll, kicks up the edge of the D. Could this be the second point for Wexford? No, it's not. Instead, it's their fourth wide, and that has got to be worrying, Leona. 4 wides here for Wexford, and we've only hardly played 5 minutes yet.
Yeah, no, I know with the strong breeze, I know there'd be intention to see kick the ball, but I think some of our decisions early on, we could be ruined them later on in the game. Like, there's opportunities to bring that ball forward closer and make sure those balls going over the bar.
Well, it was one thing that we highlighted and flagged in the build-up to the game, that breeze could be potentially tricky, and is proving to be for forwards. But Wexford are on the attack again. No respite here. Bernie Breen, who has kicked their opening point, 21 metres out from goal, gives it there to Chloe Fox, kicks it back in field here again as Wexford retain possession with Clara Donnelly. Donnelly gives it to the centre half back and captain Roisin Murphy, and Roisin Murphy has kicked another wide for Wexford. 5 Wexford wides here so far. 5.5 minutes played in the opening half, and once again Michelle Monaghan, the Leitrim goalkeeper, from the 21-metre line, takes her kick out, gets it away over to the far side of the field, and Leitrim with Casey Brune now bringing the ball deep out of their own half of the field. Back in it comes to Jasmine May, the player from St. Mary's, to Carla Le Guin, the St. Bridget's player. All the way Leitrim moving it forward now. Ava Clancy, first opportunity for her as she plays it in towards the forward line, looking for the likes of Leah Fox inside. Potential match winners in there with Michelle Guckin and Leah Fox, but the Wexford defence have done well so far. They've handled any threat that has come their way. Clara Donnelly cut out another attack for them. Now the ball is swept across to the far side of the field where Katrina Murray is going to chase after it there. She's wearing number 14 in there in the full forward line. Started at full forward but goes out to the far side of the field, but it's going to be a free out for Leitrim, and Charlene Turl is there to win it again. Carla Le Guin now brings the ball forward up to the Leitrim 45-metre line. It goes. Wexford top Group 3 in impressive fashion at victories over Roscommon and Monaghan, and their reward is a home quarter final here today against a Leitrim team who come forward here themselves with Aoife Gilmartin, their midfielder, switches the ball down towards Sarah Reynolds here from the St. Mary's club. Sarah Reynolds gives it to Michelle Guckin. We haven't seen a whole lot of her in the game as of yet. Has the ball here from outside the 45-metre line, turns and kicks it in left-footed, but again the Wexford team are able to cut out that, and that was well anticipated and well read there by Amy Walsh, the Wexford midfielder, and away they come now with Bernie Breen, who has scored the only point of the game so far. Lovely pass down to Clara Donnelly. Donnelly in turn kicks the ball, wind assisted, down to this near side of the field, finds Aisling Murphy. Aisling Murphy moving on the 21-metre line, on the 14-metre line, still Aisling Murphy gets the fist to pass aside, chance of a goal here, and it's kicked in and over the bar by Katrina Murray. The full forward was in. There may have been an opportunity of a goal. Wonderful move up the field. Aisling Murphy involved. Katrina Murray finishes it off, and Wexford lead by 2 points to no score.
Yeah, an excellent ball given in there by Clara Donnelly into the onrushing Aisling Murphy. Aisling bet a couple of players there. You know, support was a little bit slow coming in, but Katrina got in. A chance of a goal was on. We took our point.
Yeah, took our point in the end, and it now leaves the scoreline Wexford 2 points, Leitrim no score. Wexford playing with the aid of a very strong breeze, I have to add, for the benefit of our listeners on radio as well, as Leitrim tried to get the ball up there towards Laura O'Dowd, just hasn't stuck for the Bandamore, Sean O'Heslin's player yet, and Wexford immediately hit back at the counter-attack, and they get the ball in towards Aisling Murphy again, tries to play the precision pass into Ciara Banville, who had made the run up, but the Leitrim backline are able to cut it out, and they get it out here to Elsie Brune, wearing 15, but back behind her own 45-metre line to Charlene Turl, puts the head down in traditional style, looks around, gets the pass back in field once again as as Leitrim hold on to some possession now, and they try to carry the ball forward into the breeze with Vivian Egan, the player from Anaduff. The referee says she was being fouled on her way through there, and it's going to be a free from between the Wexford 65 and 45 metre line, about 5-6 feet in from the sideline. Over here on the main stand side of the field, Leitrim shooting down into the goal to our left in the opening half. Elsie Brune bringing the ball forward right up to the 45 metre line, gives the pass there to Laura O'Dowd again, plays it back outside to Vivian Egan. Here's the possibilities now for Leitrim as they line up the shot, and eventually it's Clancy who takes it from distance, but that drops short and is easily gathered there by Leanne Moore. Clancy a late inclusion in the Leitrim team, and they've got it back again. Michelle Guckin is well inside the 45 metre line now. Somewhat uncharacteristic solo from her as she momentarily lost control of the ball, but gets it back now and switches the focal point of the attack back over here to the stand side of the field. Carrying it forward now for Leitrim once again is Vivian Egan. Centre half forward moving well, has played well in recent games. Switches the pass back out here again for her colleagues on this near side of the field. Charlene Turl in possession once more, has pushed right up at the attack to Casey Brune. Casey Brune between the Wexford 65 and 45 metre line. Wayward pass over to the far side of the field, out over the sideline it goes, and really as a collective unit the Leitrim forward line just haven't got going. They haven't got anything going together yet. No great connection between them up there.
No, and I think that's in fairness to the Wexford backs getting back and putting an awful lot of pressure in that defensive area. At one stage earlier on in the play here, there was only one Leitrim player up and everybody else was down in the Leitrim, the Wexford 45 attacking line.
Clara Donnelly has hit another absolutely majestic pass up the field, but this time it's going to be cut out here by the Leitrim defence. Good play again from the Leitrim full back, who managed to win that one, Jasmine May, and she in turn sets Leitrim going here on the counter attack. Move somewhat slows down as it reaches Sarah Reynolds, and Leitrim holding on to possession now deep in the road half of the field. In case you've just joined us, Wexford lead here by 2 points to no score. 10 minutes played in the opening half, and Charlene Turl brings the ball forward here for Leitrim in towards the direction there of Leah Fox again, and in there also was the Leitrim forward line, and that ball is kicked in there directly, but the whistle had sounded from the referee. The free was taken from the wrong place, in fact, and he wants it brought back out, and he wants it taken from the correct position. So Seamus Mulvihill from Kerry is our match official for this game. Very, very experienced LGFA official. As we wait now, we had the usual protest as well. Both teams wearing the white t-shirts before the game, and Michelle Guckin, the Leitrim captain, turns around and kicks the ball back to Carla Lee Gwynn, who's 65 metres out from the goal. She in turn plays the ball outside her very quickly, and bringing it forward here now is Megan McGovern. Megan McGovern linking up inside with Shimona Quinn again, who gets the shot away, and that looks good, and that's dropped in, and that's dropped over the bar, and Leitrim have got their opening point of the game.
An excellent score there.
From a player we thought that wasn't going to start in the game, but she took it really well and took her score. Well, she's obviously come in, and she's got that point. It's her opening point of the game, and now makes the scoreline 2 points to 1 in favour of Wexford here. And Leitrim have won themselves another free in, and this is going to be a gilt-edge opportunity for them. Laura O'Dowd has already placed the ball on the ground. It's inside the semicircle, and Michelle Guckin arrives on the scene, and the captain assumes responsibility. Their free taker in chief, about to kick this one, the Kilturbert player, a former goalkeeper, started off her inter-county career playing in goals for Leitrim, and indeed many would argue was probably still the best goalkeeper in the county, but very much an efficient full forward as well. And she'll kick this one off the right, and Michelle Guckin sends it in, and all of a sudden the teams are level here in quick succession. 2 points in a row for Leitrim. Leitrim 2 points, Wexford 2 points. 12 minutes played in the opening half, and that's a great response for Leitrim, playing against a strong breeze.
That's an excellent response. You know, one decent attack and the ball has gone straight over the bar. You know, and
have it again. Carla de Gwynn winning it across there on the far side of the field, gives it into Michelle Guckin. Players making a run. It's Aoife Gilmartin trying to bear in a goal, and they got the shot, and it's in the net. Oh, they've got a wonderful goal there. Well, it was a dangerous ball that was played forward, and we think it was finished to the back of the net there by Laura O'Dowd, the number 10, who was right up at the attack, and that is an absolutely crucial goal, and Leitrim lead at this stage by 1-2-2. An excellent score. The Leitrim players followed it up. The Wexford players seemed to think it was going to be turned over. The
let's see what Wexford answer back with.
Well, they're going to have to try and respond quickly, Wexford. Here comes Clara Donnelly. They've conceded 1-2 in a row now, Wexford. They're looking for a score. The ball has been kicked in there for them this time, but the whistle had sounded before they got the shot away, and that is going to be a free on the edge of the D, and an opportunity for Wexford here just to, stop the Leitrim momentum, stop the wind, take the wind from behind their sails. They have certainly come storming back into the game. They lead by 1-2 to 2 points, but there's a free coming up here for the Wexford ladies, and it's going to be Chloe Fox is the player who is going to take it. The number 10 from a few feet outside the semicircle, looks around, will kick this one off the right. It goes from Chloe Fox. That's dropping in and dropping over the bar. Good response. Always so important to get the next score after the concession of a goal. Wexford have hit back. Wexford 3 points. Leitrim 1 goal and 2.
Yeah, an excellent score by Chloe Fox. Chloe was involved yesterday in the Camogie playoff against Down, you know, and I suppose to be herself and Anya Lacey, you'd wonder how much energy they'll have today for today's game.
Well, that's it. That's always the big talking point within ladies football and the Camogie at the moment. The demands on the players, the scheduling of the fixtures, a debate that's going to have to be sorted out on another day. Meanwhile, Leitrim again with Charlene Turl outside her own 45-metre line, bringing the ball forward. Wonderful athlete, plays it outside of there towards Megan McGovern. Ball breaks down in the middle of the field for Leitrim, and Wexford have it back. Possibilities now for the Wexford team as they come storming forward, running directly at Leitrim. It's their centre half back there, Roisin Murphy, the team captain, gives it outside her to Katrina Murphy, and Katrina Murphy gets the shot away, and that's wide number 6 for Wexford so far in the game. I don't think Leitrim have hit a wide yet in the match, and their build-up play has been excellent. Their ability, their accuracy in front of the posts has been very, very effective so far, and they've scored a goal and 2 points. And here they come on the attack again, Leitrim. Elsie Brown over on the far side of the field, the main terrace side here of Chadwick Wexford Park. Plays the ball outside of there. Out chasing after it again comes Aoife Gilmartin. Was heavily involved in the build-up to the goal. Aoife Gilmartin with the fisted pass. Gives it out there towards Laura O'Dowd. Laura O'Dowd cutting in from the far side of the field. Tries to get her fisted pass infield, but a little bit crowded there in that particular sector, and Wexford and Anya Lacey were able to win the ball back, and they in turn now play a loose pass which really played their player into all sorts of difficulty as they were going for the ball there. Leitrim's midfielder Aoife Gilmartin came in. Some of the Wexford players will say a little bit robust, but maybe 2 things about that. I think the pass, you could describe it traditionally, and from my playing days it was a real hospital pass, and it put the player in turn from the start, and Aoife Gilmartin, the Leitrim midfielder, was probably entitled to go for it.
Yeah, no, the player was entitled to go for it there. That's no problem. It was a Wexford player who put her own player in danger there that time by, as you said, a hospital pass, and the referee is playing it right here. Leitrim have possession, so it'll be a possession kick with Leitrim to restart the game.
Yeah, that's a particular pass in Wexford General written all over it. Meanwhile, the free is taken there again for the Leitrim team, and they retain possession, and they come forward here with Sarah Reynolds now, quickly releasing the ball outside her. Sarah Reynolds has given it to Casey Brown. Casey Brown is up to within 45 metres out from the Wexford goal, plays it in there for Michelle Guckin. Now she's got the ball inside, transfers it back outside her here. Possibilities here for the Leitrim team once again. Can they finish off something with a move? Leah Fox is in there, still they're holding on to it. Back to Michelle Guckin it comes. She gets her shot away, and Michelle Guckin's shot drifts in and goes over the bar. Umpires thought a minute or two before having a little bit of a chat, and they've awarded the point to Michelle Guckin, and that now leaves the scoreline 1 goal and 3 for Leitrim and 3 points for Wexford. Wexford quickly hitting back on the counter-attack. It's in to win stuff this game. They've walked the ball into Ciara Banville. She's 21 metres out from goal. She's 40 metres out from goal. Oh, brilliant save from Michelle Monaghan. Got down really smartly. Got a strong right hand to the ball and stopped a certain goal, but still it's there, and it's finished to the net, and Wexford have got the goal. Well, that's exactly what they needed, and the player who finished it off for them there was their number 10, Chloe Fox. 1-1 for her. Great save initially by Michelle Guckin. Rebound came out, and Chloe Fox found the net.
Excellent play by Wexford. Excellent ball again. The player that's on the ball, delivering in the ball all the time, is Clara Donnelly. Great run by Aisling Murphy to pick out Ciara Banville. Ciara's shot was brilliantly saved. How Michelle got down to get that, you know, that's why she's the number 1 keeper there, but she got down brilliantly, and Chloe was there to finish it to the back of the net.
Yeah, Chloe Fox has scored an absolutely crucial goal. The teams are level 1-3 1-3 for Wexford, 1-3 for Leitrim. There's almost 18 minutes played here in the opening half as again it's Wexford who managed to break up another Leitrim attack on the far side of the field, and Clara Donnelly has sprayed the ball around majestically with some of her passing so far. Kicks another one accurately down to the forward line, and they managed to win it there again. Charlene Turner stands her ground. The Wexford player runs into her, and the referee's whistle sounds, and I presume that's going to be a free in. Well, an interesting one there. Charlene Turner stood big and strong in the Leitrim full back line. The Wexford player who is down injured is Ashleen Murphy. We'll confirm in just a moment. Yeah, and she's just is picked up the knock. Give me your views on that.
Yeah, I think it was just like, I think to be fair to Charlene, she stood her ground. She wasn't fouling Ashleen. Ashleen turned into her. She did clash. She did get a head injury in it. You know, but I think it's going to be possession ball. I think Leitrim had possession when the referee blew his whistle. He blew his whistle for a head injury, and he indicated straight away it was a head injury.
Well, certainly it's been a wonderful match here so far. Real interesting game here between Wexford and Leitrim, the beaten All-Ireland finalists of the last couple of years. A team that finished second behind Kildare in Group 1, ahead of Longford and ahead of Carlow. Longford were relegated yesterday from the championship. Just on Wexford's games, 1-6 to 2 points against Longford. They had a 3-13 to 2-7 win against Carlow, 2-9 to 5-8 against Diana Horace Kildare, and it finished Westmeath 1-7, Wexford 2-7 in the semi-finals in the Leinster Championship so far. So the provincial championships, both of these teams getting to their respective finals, but very much now, although beaten in those finals, have turned on the style here in the All-Ireland series when it matters most.
Yeah, no, it's been an excellent competition, you know, and both of these teams, like Wexford, could be very much in the Division 3 final. Just the way the league results went at the time, and just the different points. And it was great to see Leitrim up there that day as well. They were playing in the Division 4 final.
Division 4 final, unfortunately, just didn't prevail in that one either. Here comes Wexford. Here comes Amy Walsh, 14 metres out from goal, drops the ball in there, but it's well cut out by Charlene Turrell on her own 14-metre line. Cuts that one out, and Leitrim build again with Laura O'Dowd deep on the road half of the field. Michelle Guckin has gone back deep to gather that one. Kicks it across here to Elsie Brune, the St Mary's player. Back in field it goes to Michelle Guckin, who gives it to Laura O'Dowd, and Wexford break up the attack. 45 metres out from goal. There's a great atmosphere here at this game. Chloe Fox, the Wexford goal scorer now, brings it up to within 21 metres of the Leitrim goal. Got hit in the face as she was going by there, accidentally, may I add. I think it was Elsie Brune who was going back and was applying the pressure and seemed to make contact with the Wexford player's face, and the referee Seamus Mulvihill is going in again. Yeah,
I think it's accidental. There was no malice in that by Elsie, and she went just to check there that Chloe was all right. She did catch her on the side of the face, but again, no malice. She's earned herself a tick for that, though. Yeah, she's received the tick from the referee Seamus Mulvihill, and he's just standing over the injured Wexford player Chloe Fox, who has scored 1-1 and has been a real handful for the Leitrim defence to try and pin down. Yeah, Chloe's like a little slivery fish. She just seems to pop up in the right positions at the right time. And again, do you know, having played the full match yesterday in the Camogie, you know, it'll be interesting to see how her energy levels are today. But in fairness, that was a great run from Shauna Murphy from full back to be up in support, and was inside of Chloe there as an option to pass off that ball. So the quick free taken there by Wexford, and here they come again. Here's the full forward, Katrina Murphy, back to Chloe Fox, fully recovered, gets her shot away and sends it in and sends it over the bar. 1 goal and 2 now for Chloe Fox, and it's Wexford who lead here. Wexford 1 goal and 4 points, Leitrim 1 goal and 3, and the stopwatch tells us that we have played 21 minutes and 47 seconds as Leitrim get the kick out away quickly to Laura O'Dowd, to Jasmine May. Now they're moving it on the far side of the field and looking to cut in field. Sarah Reynolds in possession now for Leitrim, gets the fisted pass and takes the return over on the terrace side of the field. Leitrim playing from right to left here in the opening half, and another one of the Wexford players has just received a facial injury there. The Leitrim player's back of her head collided with her face. Play continues, however. Carla Le Guin brings the ball up to the Wexford 45-metre line and beyond. Now gives it infield. Leitrim on another promising attack, trailing here by a point at this stage. They work the ball into Megan McGovern, the midfielder. Still they hold on to it, and the ball eventually comes across now here to this near side of the field to Vivian Egan inside the 45, up to the edge of the D. Gets the pass away to Michelle Guckin, back
to Vivian Egan, onto the left boot. Vivian Egan's shot goes out and goes wide. Leitrim's very first wide of the game, almost 23 minutes in, and Vivian Egan's shot just lacked a little bit of conviction there, and it remains Wexford 1 goal and 4, Leitrim 1 goal and 3, as Sophie Lenihan, the number 16 but starting goalkeeper for Wexford, gets the kick out away. That's easily won back by Carla de Gwyn for Leitrim though. 45 metres out from the goal, gives it to Sarah Reynolds, into Michelle Guckin it goes, inside the 45 metre line, plays the ball over here towards Nia Fox, fisted pass, back in field again, Leitrim holding on to it. Michelle Guckin shot well blocked down there, ball rebounds back, Guckin has it on the second time of asking, gives it to Aoife Gilmartin, and Leitrim give the ball away, and Wexford win it back now. Opportunities for them, out to Clara Donnelly, just behind her own 45 metre line. She can't hold on to it either. It's back in the Leitrim team. Nobody wants the ball at the moment. Clancy tried to bring it forward here for Leitrim, and that's going to be a free in, as Eva Clancy was running at the defence, wins the free, and it's going to be an opportunity for Leitrim here to restore parity. They're trailing by a point at this stage. We're almost 24 minutes into the opening half, and Michelle Guckin for the team in green and gold has the opportunity to slot this one over the bar and bring it back to level pegging. She's just outside the D, kicking into the breeze, throws a little blade of grass up there a moment or two ago just to judge the force of that wind that she's about to kick into. Referee blows the whistle again. I think one of the Wexford players, I'm not sure, was far enough away from it, and as a result of that, he's going to bring it forward. Or maybe they were clapping, maybe there was some of the attempted interference going on. It was the midfielder who was to blame for it. In any case, Amy Walsh, and now Michelle Guckin is the free from an awful lot closer in, and this should be routine enough. And Michelle Guckin kicks the ball in and sends it over the bar.
Yeah, that was a bit naive out of Amy Walsh. You know, she has to be 13 metres from the ball, and you know that includes her as well as anybody in front of Michelle kicking the ball. So it was just a bit naive, I think.
Michelle Guckin has now scored 3 points in the game, and the teams are level, 1 goal and 4 points to 1 goal and 4. Again, Wexford were attempting to bring the ball out there with Roisin Murphy, but the referee's whistle has sounded, and it's going to be another free for Leitrim. Leah Fox kicks the ball into where the referee is going to hop it seems now, and he's calling in Michelle Guckin to throw in the ball, and Shauna Murphy, the Wexford player, indeed the 2 captains, going into direct opposition, but instead now it's going to be Bernie Breen who goes in for the throw ball, and Michelle Guckin takes it one-handed and immediately wins a free. Well, that was brilliant to go up there and see her take it one hand. The other arm was being held by the Wexford player, and it's going to be a free in here. I'm not sure how familiar Wexford will be with Michelle Guckin, but she's definitely one of the best ladies Gaelic footballers in the country.
Yeah, she took a lovely ball earlier there in the corner, like just in over her head, and she just put out her arm, and it was like sticking like glue to it. But Wexford need to settle themselves.
This is dropped short of the opposition goalkeeper there. Sophie Lenihan had to get a hand to it to deflect it over the bar, but over it goes. It's point number 4. Probably shows the strength of the breeze there as well, and it means now that Leitrim lead by 1 goal and 5 to 1 goal and 4, and we have played almost 26 minutes here in the opening half in Chadwick's Wexford Park. The game live on Ocean FM radio, and of course being streamed live on the LGFA website this afternoon, where you can watch all of the action unfold here in a very, very entertaining and interesting game. 2 teams battling it out, looking for a place in the semi-finals of the All-Ireland Championship, as all eyes now on the Wexford goalkeeper Sophie Lenihan kicks it across to the far side, but again Seamus Mulvihill isn't happy, the referee, and he's going back there to have a chat with his 2 umpires who are coming out to obviously point out something, draw his attention to some little bit of an incident that took place there. It's easing into time for Wexford. They trailed by a point, and they played with a strong breeze. Yeah,
and they've had it, like, to be fair, we were always expecting a great game out of these 2 teams, and that's what they're serving up, you know. Like Leitrim haven't faltered at all. I just wonder if Wexford will rue those chances they had in the first few minutes.
2 players have been called aside by the referee. One of them is Wexford's number 5, Bernie Breen, and Leah Fox is the Leitrim player in question who have been called over, and he just tells them no more of it. The match officials are keeping an eye on you, ladies, so for goodness sake, please behave from now on. That seems to be the general run of the Bill conversation that the referee had there. Meanwhile, Bernie Breen now receives the ball from a resulting Wexford free, and we start all over again with Wexford attacking from left to right. Ball comes down here. Donnelly again with that inch perfect pass into the inside forward line. Well taken here by Aisling Murphy. Little bit of a real competitive edge to this one. Aisling Murphy gets her shot away and kicks the ball wide. Wide number 7, would you believe, for Wexford in the game so far. And we played 27 minutes and 41 seconds, and the accuracy in front of goal will be a worry for the Model County.
Yeah. Oh, great interception.
Great interception, won by Aoife, won back there by Ciara Manville. Wexford are in here. It's Aisling Murphy moving forward, but they lose the ball, and Leitrim survive when it was a short kick out that didn't work out for Leitrim, and Wexford momentarily had a chance of a goal, but the move broke down and Leitrim have it back. And here they come on the counter-attack. Aoife Gilmartin, 45 minutes out from goal to Laura O'Dowd. Laura O'Dowd going in there. So too is Vivian Egan, but Wexford have the ball back. Amy Walsh. Good open game, this. Really enjoyable match here. Two teams very much going for it. Sarah Harding-Kinney was the Wexford number 4 who had pushed right up the field. Amy Walsh in possession again. Here's Ciara Banville looking dangerous. Gets her pass outside her. Chance of a goal maybe for Aoife Cullen. She goes down. What's the referee going to give? Blows the whistle and points towards the direction of the Leitrim goal. And there was Aoife Cullen inside. But it looks as if it's going to be a free. I think he's bringing it back. Is it maybe for an earlier incident?
Yeah,
well,
it was an earlier incident. She was caught just as she picked it up. She was caught on her arm. That was the first free. But the second free, which was inside the square, would have been a bit penalty.
Yeah. The initial free was the one which she eventually blew for.
Yeah.
And Chloe Fox, who has scored a goal and 2 points so far, will be looking to make that 1-3, and will be looking to bring Wexford back on parity with Leitrim at 1-5 apiece, and she kicks the ball in right-footed and slots it in and slots it over the bar. 1-3 for Chloe Fox now in the game. 1 goal and 5 for Wexford. 1 goal and 5 for Leitrim. 29 minutes and 22 seconds gone. All eyes on Michelle Monaghan, the goalkeeper from the St. Francis club, an amalgamation of Alan Gales and Bandaglyra, two clubs that had a fairly high-profile meeting in the Men's All-County Football League last week, where the game started, or the second half started, without one team being back in the field, and there was a lot of media controversy on that. Well, Michelle Monaghan represents the St. Francis amalgamation and plays in goals for Leitrim here today. Wexford have possession out round the middle of the field. Ball won there by Clara Donnelly. Gets it inside here towards Ciara Banville. Out it comes now to Chloe Fox. Fox gives it back to Amy Walsh. Amy Walsh gives the pass to Anya Lacey. Back again to Amy Walsh. Wexford have it all the time outside the Leitrim D. Back out to Chloe Fox. She really is a sharp shooter, and Chloe Fox has landed another one in and over. 1 goal and 4 for Chloe Fox. 1 goal and 6 for Wexford. 1 goal and 5 for Leitrim. Well, coming down here, we know from a Leitrim perspective that Leah Fox was a prolific match winner for them, but it's her namesake on the Wexford team so far here that's grabbing all the headlines.
Yeah, that was an excellent score from Chloe. She's just lethal off the boot, left or right, and she's also a very key player in terms of the free taken for Wexford.
Yeah, it's frees and from play, and it's been one of those matches that the first half has just flown by. Into injury time at the end of the opening half. Wexford attacking, 1 point up, playing with the aid of a strong breeze. Ball walked inside here to Bernie Breen. Has scored 1 already, looking to double her account, but instead she has registered the 8 wide for the Model County in the game so far. And it is a tricky breeze out there, and it's one that forwards will tell you that it can be difficult to play with. Michelle Monaghan again goes short with the kick out, and just about got it away there. Leitrim coming away with it with Sarah Reynolds, who was their wing back. Gives it to Casey Brown. Charlene Turl bringing the ball forward, and a right-footed delivery from Charlene in there on the far side towards Laura Dowd. Dowd holds the ball up. The girl from Bandamore, Shauna Heslands. Down again to the inside forward line it goes here for Leitrim as they recycle the ball out to the 45-metre line here. Another promising attack. Pass goes infield. Now taking it back on here is their centre half-back, Casey Brown. Again, it momentarily breaks down there. Leah Fox did well to win the ball back. Takes the free quickly. She's a fantastic player, but has been tightly marked by Wexford. Her reputation from colleges football as well, probably preceding her here, as well as some of the form that she's had at inter-county level. Ball walked out to Vivian Egan from Anna Duff. Slows down the pace of the game here now as she looks to draw some of the Wexford players towards her. Gives the pass down to Elsie Brown. 45 metres out from the Wexford goal. Pass eventually finds its way here to Vivian Egan again on the 21-metre line. Moves towards the 14, stops and checks and kicks the ball back in field once more as Leitrim hold on to possession. 2 minutes and 18 seconds of injury time have been played at the end of the opening half. Ball going down here towards Ira Clancy. Clancy looking to move in field. She goes to deck. Did well to get a hand to the ball. Back to Michelle Guckin, and she's immediately fouled as she was going through. Took a heavy knock, but guards the ball well as she goes down onto the ground. And there's going to be another free here, and the referee is calling across Katrina Murphy, the Wexford number 14, to have a chat with him. And that's going to be a very interesting development here, because he's showing her the black card and she is going to the yellow card, and she is going to be heading here for the sin bin for 10 minutes.
It was a bit of a lazy tackle by Katrina, you know, pulled the player down to the ground. She didn't really need to. There was lots of Wexford players in behind, and the referee had no hesitancy to show her the yellow card.
Yeah, showed her the yellow card indeed, and that's going to mean that she's going to be in the sin bin here for 10 minutes. So that's an interesting development right at the start of the second half. She comes away, meets her management team, meets the linesman down on the sideline, or the fourth official, and shrugs her shoulders as much as to say, what did I do? Why did I pick up that? But she's picked it up, and she's going to be in the sin bin for that period of 10 minutes. And meanwhile, Leitrim are going to have a free here. Coming in at the end of all of that, their player who had picked up the injury was Elva Clancy. She's okay, and Michelle Guckin is going to be kicking the free here from inside the D, and a great chance to level the game up here again. Wexford leading by 1-6-1-5. We're almost 34 minutes in to the opening half, and Michelle Guckin does the necessary. Kicks the ball in and over the bar. 5 points for her in the opening half, and the team's level again. Wexford 1 goal and 6 points. Leitrim 1 goal and 6 points. It's on a knife edge.
Yeah, it's level. And he's called half-time there now. We were in for an excellent second half. And Katrina's going to miss the first 9 minutes of the second half.
I was just going to say that Wexford have the numerical disadvantage at the start of the second half. Leitrim will have the wind advantage. Now, it's going to be a real big test of character for both teams, but I presume that opening 10 minutes of the second half, Wexford will look to consolidate their position in the game. Yeah, no,
we knew from the start that this was going to be a very, very tight game between these two teams, and we're here at half-time and they're level. You know, Wexford has had the advantage, or you could say the disadvantage. The amount of wides that they've had, is it due to their sharp shooting? Is it due to the wind that's curtailing the ball just a little bit to the left and wide? We'll only know that when Leitrim takes the field for the second half and maybe starts kicking some long balls there.
It's an interesting point. Wexford hit 8 wides in that opening half. The half-time scoreline here, 8 wides to Leitrim's 1. The half-time scoreline, Wexford 1 goal and 6 points, Leitrim 1 goal and 6. It should be a very, very interesting second half. We've got all the coverage to come. Do stay with us.
What can happen in just 1 second? Winning goal, winning save, perfect tackle, clever flick, good call from the ref, great shout from the line. The county title, after 30 years, a long wait over, just 1 second. It's a game of seconds. Glorious seconds. Genius in split seconds. They're great players. Just 1 second. The difference between a good decision and a bad one. A lost temper, frustrated shout, that gut reaction. We've all done it, and we're never proud. But we can do better. We all can. Sideline, dressing room, meeting room, all places of passion where split-second decisions are made. Good ones, bad ones, some days not so calm ones. It's instinct, we know, because we love it. We just don't think. But we have to. Of others, of our players, of our game. Think before we act.
Take a second, catch your breath. Collect yourself, don't regret. Take a second to make the right call for ladies Gaelic football.
And you're very welcome back to Chadwick's Wexford Park, where we're getting ready for the start of the second half here in the TG4 All-Ireland Ladies Intermediate Football Championship semi-final. Nicely poised at the interval here. The two teams level, 1 goal and 6 to 1 goal and 6, and indeed Leitrim will have the aid of the breeze in the second half, playing down towards the town goal, and will also have a numerical advantage for the start of the second period of play after Katrina Murray picked up a period of time in the sin bin just before the half-time whistle sounded. Those are some of the big talking points. Let's pick up on them before the game starts. Leona, the numerical disadvantage. Wexford are really going to have to work for the opening 10 minutes here.
Yeah, no, they're really going to have to battle down the hatches and try and play down that clock. Katrina has 9 minutes still left in the sin bin from my calculations anyway, and it's 9 minutes playing time, not just like the men's 9 minutes. So, Wexford are going to have to work. Sometimes it doesn't always pay to be the team that's up the extra player. You always expect that they are going to come out and that they have the upper hand, but, in some games it depends on how you apply that player and what you do, so it'll be interesting to see how people set up.
Leitrim have introduced Niamh Ty right at the start of the second half as well, so the Kiltubber player is in, but it's Wexford who have won possession right from the throw-in and start off an early attack. Aoife Cullen gives the ball outside her there to Aisling Murphy, who was absolutely majestic for Wexford in the opening half, gives it back out to Clara Donnelly. Donnelly plays it over towards this near side to Chloe Fox. Chloe Fox looking to release the ball inside, gives it there again to the number 10, the right half forward, who comes in there with it, Chloe Fox, and the referee's whistle has sounded, and that is going to be another free there for them. So the opportunity there is going to be as the corner forward who has made way for the introduction of the Ty who has come in. So that's the switch that has taken place there. So again, we're going to have the free kicked in and kicked over the bar, and that's a good point for Wexford and one that they need it.
That's a great start by Wexford. Being down the extra player, put pressure on Leitrim. Let's keep the ball up in their half like this, and let's work down that clock.
And that free for them was taken there and taken well by
Chloe Fox.
Chloe Fox, another one from her, so that makes it 1-5 for Chloe in the game thus far. And Wexford on the attack here, started the second half well. Shauna Murphy brings the ball forward, fists it outside her. Again, it goes in there down towards the corner. Charlene Turl going back to cut it out and win it for Leitrim, gives it outside her to Casey Brune. Somewhat loose enough clearance out of the fence. Molly Murphy was there from Bandamore, Shauna Hesnels to cut it out, and Leitrim now with the chance to get some traction going over on the far side of the field. Leitrim in their traditional green and gold jerseys, bringing the ball downfield, kicked in towards the direction of Michelle Guckin, has it here on the edge of the D, despite two players marking her. Still Michelle Guckin, right old battle developing her between there herself and Shauna Murphy, and it was Murphy who emerged victorious, and Wexford have it back with Clara Donnelly again, plays it down towards the 45-metre line, one inside here by Chloe Fox, but great defending by Molly Murphy to go back there and win it for Leitrim. Gets it over here towards Alva Clancy, who scored the goal for Leitrim in the first half, just to correct that from half-time. She plays the ball outside to the direction here again of the centre half forward, Vivian Egan. Down it goes towards the direction of Michelle Guckin, 21 metres out from goal. Ball goes out over the sideline, and one thing for sure, as we look at the Wexford player who has picked up an injury, Anya Lacey, she has picked up that little bit of a knock there, but one thing for sure, Wexford have their homework done, and the likes of Michelle Guckin and Leah Fox, they've very much nullified two of the most dangerous players that Leitrim have in there, Leona.
Yeah, and it looks like Roisin Murphy was picking up Michelle McGuckie in there for a while, but Shauna's back in on her there now. So they've been doing a tight marking job. Yeah, Leah Fox, and she hasn't really been in the game. She hasn't been given an opportunity to be in the game. To be fair, so she's been marked very well. So both teams have done their homework, to be fair. Yeah,
absolutely. Both teams indeed have done their homework here in this game, and it seems that I think Elisa Brune could have been the player who has made way for Leitrim for time being introduced there at the start of the second half. Just looking around, see what the change could be on the Leitrim team, but all eyes at the moment on the Wexford player who has picked up that injury and is receiving treatment. Their number 15, Anya Lacey, down here in front of us, and she seems to be okay to continue, and is picking up Alva Glancy as well, another player who has very much got the potential to turn the game at its sixpence. It's 1-7 to 1-6 here in favour of Wexford. We've played 33 minutes and it's a free for Wexford. It's a little bit stop-start nature in the second half, but they take the free and they get it to Clara Donnelly. Back to Shauna Murphy. Wexford's running game seems to suit them a little bit better. They seem to be more at home with it. Ball goes right down into the forward position again, and back there was Charlene Turl to try and win it for Leitrim, but instead it's going to be a free there for Wexford. Aisling Murphy was very quickly on the scene, is going to leave it for Chloe Fox, who has hit 1 goal and 5. A fantastic return from her in the game so far, and perhaps a real contender for the player of the match. Back out it comes here to Aisling Halligan, just shy of the Leitrim 45-metre line. Wexford looks so much more comfortable playing this short passing type game at the start of the second half as they walk the ball down to Anya Lacey. Kira Banville, their midfielder, just inside the Leitrim 45-metre line now. Wexford with a good spell of possession here. Back out it comes to Banville. She's going to shoot from distance, watched by Michelle Monaghan, the Leitrim goalkeeper, and she's happy to let it go out past the post and wide. Wexford's first wide of the second half. 9 in total they've hit in the game so far as Michelle Monaghan prepares to take the kick out for Leitrim. Wexford looks so much more comfortable with this running, short passing type of game.
Yeah, this will be their game. They're well able to adapt to it, you know, and they'll carry the ball against the wind and run off the shoulders for each other.
Good kick out from Michelle Monaghan, found it all the way past it there to the middle of the field, and now Leitrim coming storming forward here, and it's Alicia Brood who brings it forward. She plays the ball inside again towards Clancy, but again the move breaks down at precisely the wrong moment for Leitrim, and the Wexford defence have to take massive credit for the way they've cut out so many of those attacks. The ball comes down to Clara Donnelly, plays it in midfield and takes the return, moves towards the Leitrim 45-metre line. Still Donnelly on the move. Her gallop is eventually halted, but illegally so, says the referee. He spotted the push in the back, and it's going to be a free. 45 metres out against the breeze. 14 players on the Wexford team at the minute, dominating the second half so far. For the opening 5 minutes that we've witnessed here, they've outscored Leitrim by a point, but they've had a lot of the possession. Ball is with Roisin Murphy, their centre half back, gives it outside her to Chloe Fox. Back to Roisin Murphy between the 45 and 21-metre line now. All the time they're attacking on the main stand side of the field. Roisin Murphy involved again in the move, edge of the D, loses the ball, goes to ground, tries to win it back. Referee waiting for advantage to develop. Chloe Fox eventually comes up with the ball and eventually was fouled, a slap across the arm, and that's going to be another free in there for the Wexford team. And Wexford have really come out here knowing that they've got a job of work to do, knowing they've got the numerical disadvantage, but their positive mental attitude, a big factor here in the game in the second half so far, Leona.
Yeah, huge. And you have to give credit to the Wexford defence there. You know, there's a time to actually hold with your player and run with your player, and then there's a time to cut out the space, and they just got it. They nailed it. They turned over possession, what could have been very much a score for Leitrim, and they turned it over.
Ball played back again to Roisin Murphy from that resulting free. Back on the Leitrim 45-metre line as Wexford come on the attack again. Murphy takes the return pass, moves inside the D, now gives a pass away, but Seamus Mulvihill says it was an illegal pass, and that's going to be a free out there for Leitrim, and a free that they take quickly, and a sit in towards the Leitrim chance for them to attack now as Laura O'Dowd brings the ball forward. Good pacey player, going back to the game plan that served them well in the opening half. She's 21 metres out from goal on the 14-metre line, gives the ball to Michelle Guckin, has a moment to get the shot away, and that's all she needs as she dispatches the ball in and over the bar, assisted by the goalkeeper Sophie Lenihan, who got a hand to it, but Michelle Guckin has levelled the match again. 1-7 to 1-7. She had only a fraction of a second there, and it was all that she needed to get the shot away.
Yeah, she's a great player, Michelle. You can't take that away from her, but you'd love to see the keeper putting up her two hands to catching a ball like that. You can see the soccer style maybe coming out a little bit there, you know, in terms of you know, putting the ball over the bar, which is given advantage to the
Leitrim again on the
team.
attack. Clancy has the ball well down inside the 40-metre line. Eventually is transferred back out to Brune. Back in again towards Alba Clancy. She's overcarried it as she was going round in circles there with us, and the referee judges that that's going to be a free out. It's an interesting point. That's two of them that the Wexford goalkeeper Sophie Lenihan has fisted over the bar so far, and in a game this close you might just need your goalkeeper maybe been trying to be brave and taking those with both hands underneath the crossbar. We'll have to wait and see. Anybody's game yet here. Wexford in possession, deep in their own half of the field there with Bernie Breen, who scored a point early on for them in the opening half. In possession now is Anya Lacey. Some defending for Wexford as they go back to the goalkeeper Sophie Lenihan. kicks it down towards this near side of the field. Eventually it might come there for Katie English. It does come for English. Now they moving the ball forward towards Aisling Halligan. Wonderful atmosphere here at Chadwick's Wexford Park as well, as Wexford goes sweeping up the field. Aoife Cullen gives the pass outside her to Sarah Harding-Kenny. All of a sudden she's 45 metres out from the Leitrim goal. Passes the ball inside to Chloe Fox. Chloe Fox gets her pass away before taking the return and gets her shot onto the right boot. Half blocked down. Ciara Banville has it. She's in on goal. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal from Ciara Banville. It was somewhat fortunate that the rebound came out to the midfielder, and as she was going through one-on-one, there was an inevitable feel to it. Banville has got the goal, and Wexford lead 2-7 to 1-7.
Yeah, an excellent work from defence down here again. Again, you know, patient, working out the ball. We haven't seen much of Sarah Harding-Kenny this evening today yet, you know, but she carried that ball, and all of a sudden, as you said, she's right up on the 45, you know, and Chloe Fox was instrumental in everything today. She was involved in it again, and Ciara was in the right place, right time, and back at the net.
And I think Carla Le Guin has got a little bit of a caution from the referee as well to be careful for the remainder of the game, as Michelle Monaghan now prepares to take the kick out. Nothing she could have done about the 2 goals so far. Kicks the ball out past the 45-metre line, and Wexford have it back there again. They're very much having a purple patch, the team in purple and yellow at the moment. Ball kicked in here again for them now by Chloe Fox, but well intercepted and cut out by Sarah Reynolds. The defender back there from the St Mary's club was able to take it. Comes running up onto the 45-metre line. Referee says she was surely been fouled as she was coming out there, and he's going to bring play back, and he's going to award a free. It's Wexford who lead Leitrim by 2-7 to 1-7, and I see the number 14, Katrina Murray, who was off there in that sin bin incident. She's coming back on. She's back on, and it's 15 v 15, and all of a sudden it's looking an awful lot better here for Wexford. They've really survived very well indeed with the numerical disadvantage for that 10-minute period. Have outscored Leitrim, have established a 3-point lead, and Leitrim have it all to do again here as they give the ball there to Carla Le Guin down under our commentary position. Referee said the Wexford player had 2 arms around her. That's not allowed. That's going to be a free from just outside the Wexford 45-metre line, and Leitrim go all the way backfield to Charlene Turl, who brings the ball forward up almost towards the Wexford 45-metre line. She goes, an elementary error, fouls the ball, and that's going to be a free out there for Wexford. 1 or 2 little unforced errors coming into the Leitrim performance now. Wexford very much on top of the minute, but only leading by 3 points. Here's Katrina Murray back on the field. Fouled Clancy, remember, when she got that the sin bin incident a little bit earlier. Ball kicked forward now by Aoife Cullen. Lovely pass into space it goes. Here's the midfielder. Here's Amy Walsh, and she drops that one short, and Michelle Monaghan is well positioned to take it. The Leitrim goalkeeper to Mohill's Charlene Turl, wearing number 2, but has been operating up and down the field all day. A player with wonderful fitness levels. Gets the pass away. Leitrim working it down towards Laura O'Dowd on the far side of the field. Up towards the Wexford 45-metre line she goes. They need a score to settle themselves down here a little bit in the second half. 3 points down at the minute. Casey Brune in possession now. Looks around to see what options are available further up the field before eventually giving the pass. They just haven't got the likes of Leah Fox or maybe Michelle Guckin into the game enough from play. But Fox has it now. Runs through the defence here. Gets up to the edge of the D, but loses the ball in the tackle. And it's Wexford who have it again. Wexford are winning 1 or 2 of those physical stakes at the minute. Cara Donnelly bringing it down here to this near side of the field to Katrina Murray. Back in, looking to wreak havoc. Gives the ball to Ciara Banville. Back out it comes to Aisling Halligan. There's a score you feel in this for Wexford if they can get a finisher on the end of the move. Amy Walsh gets the pass away. Gets it down here towards Aisling Murphy again. Switches it to the far side of the field. Chloe Fox, she could be the finisher they need. Chloe Fox taking on the Leitrim cover. Cuts inside. Still Chloe Fox. Being eventually blocked off by the Leitrim cover. Gets it back to Bernie Breen. Bernie Breen gets her shot in. And that stays in play, believe it or not, as Leitrim look to rebuild right on their own goal line here, and they managed to play the ball out. 2 goals and 7 for Wexford, 1 goal and 7 for Leitrim. 43 minutes gone here in a gripping All-Ireland TG4 Ladies Intermediate Football Championship quarter-final. In possession there for Leitrim was Niamh Tighe. Plays it downfield, the Kilturbert player, but racing back there together is Roisin Murphy, and Roisin Murphy cuts out the danger and gets the ball back here again for Wexford as they come on the attack. Wexford, the winners of this, remember, will take on the winners of Tyrone and Kildare, who are also meeting in the quarter-finals. As Sarah Harding-Kenny lands play up to the 45-metre line. That's the Leitrim 45. She's on the Leitrim 21. She's gone at a marauding run. She's gone to ground and she's been fouled, and that's going to be a free in for Wexford. And this Wexford team look a different outfit in the second half.
Yeah, look, it's great play by Wexford. Another great run there by Sarah. When she's needed, she's there. She's up and down the field. She may have number 4 in her back, but she played corner forward and wing forward in the league campaign this year, so she won't be out of her depth being up close to the goal.
Emma Tompkins has come in there as well for Wexford over the last moment or two. That's the sub that's been made there at the minute. One of the players coming off here right in front of us as we wait for this free to be taken here for the Wexford team. And it's Amy Walsh, the midfielder, is the player who has been called ashore. So Wexford using the strength and depth that they have in this team. The player about to kick the free is Chloe Fox. Very scoreable position just to the right of the inside line of the D. She'll strike this from the 21-metre line, and Chloe Fox has landed it in and over the bar. 1 goal and 6 for Chloe Fox in the game, and Wexford stretched the lead out to 2 goals and 8 to 1 goal and 7.
Yeah, excellent play. And again, Emma Tompkins was one of the girls yesterday who was involved in that Camogie game, and again played quite a lot of that time as well. So she's been excellent, and she every time she's come on, she's lifted the team, and that's exactly what you want a sub to do.
And here they come again, and the ball has walked forward here to Katrina Murray. Katrina Murray on the edge of the D, looking for it, getting the pass away. We'll try and get some updates a little bit later on some of those other games for you as well. But it's Leitrim who are bringing the ball forward here out of the fence once more with Charlene Turrell just outside her own 45-metre line. Still is Charlene Turrell in possession. Gives the pass outside her there towards Vivian Egan. Vivian Egan with a delightful ball down to Laura O'Dowd. Good play here for Leitrim. They trail by 4 into Michelle Guckin. 40 metres out from goal. A route blocked down. Gets the pass back out to O'Dowd again. O'Dowd finds Leah Fox onto the right boot. Hasn't scored yet in the game. And this time that was touched on the deflection going out. And it's got out at the expense of a 45. Leah Fox was in there. Had the opportunity. They've really curtailed her well in the game, the Wexford defence, but that one has got out and it's going to be a 45 for Leitrim. Wind assisted. Remember, from the ground it will count as 2 points, but there's some treatment in there as well at the moment needed for Anya Lacey. Yeah,
that's Michelle Guckin and Shauna Murphy contest today has been exceptional. Michelle could find no way around Shauna that time. Shauna stood her ground and gave a perfect ball out to Leah, and Leah's got a half block on it. And
well, there's the scoreline from the other quarter-final that we're just talking about. Kildare 1 goal and 9, Tyrone 2 points. So Diana Horace Kildare team very much going along. Eva Rafferty with the goal for them as well in that. Aoife Rattigan, the goal scorer for Kildare. So 1 goal and 9 to 2 points, and very much Kildare seemingly on their way to the All-Ireland semi-finals. As things stand, but things can change very quickly. Here it's a little bit closer. It's going to be a free for Leitrim. It's going to be kicked in here from Michelle Guckin from the 45-metre line, and make no mistake, she's going directly for a score here. Her body language would suggest to me, if she gets this over the bar, it'll be worth 2. Michelle Guckin strikes the ball in. It's on the way in for Michelle Guckin. The goalkeeper got a hand to it, and it's got in and it's got over. So Michelle Guckin is hit for what will be a 2-pointer there. Wonderful effort indeed from her, and that now leaves the scoreline Wexford 2 goals and 8 to Leitrim's 1 goal and 8. It should be 1-9 for Leitrim. That's worth 2. Is it worth 2 points?
If the goalkeeper got a hand to it,
it's only worth
1 point.
It's only worth 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So the goalkeeper definitely got a hand to it, so it's only worth 1. It had to go over the bar directly without any touch, but the goalkeeper deflected it over, so it's only worth 1 point, just to get clarification on that. So it's 2 goals and 8 to 1 goal and 8, and the goalkeeper definitely got a hand to it, but it was still a good kick from Michelle Guckin, and it still managed from the ground to trouble the goalkeeper significantly enough that she had to get a hand to it to put it over the bar from the resulting 45. The free there going in and going over the bar. Meanwhile, Leitrim are coming on the attack again here. Obviously buoyed by that score that they got just a couple of moments ago from Michelle Guckin. Winning the ball back here for them now is Casey Brune. Casey Brune switches it across to the far side to Carla Le Guin to chase after. Carla Le Guin picks the ball up from the ground, 45 metres out from the Wexford goal, a few feet in from the sideline on the terrace side of the field, and Carla Le Guin kicks the ball to Casey Brown. Casey Brown to Niamh Tighe. Niamh Tighe, who was introduced as a sub right at the start of the second half, gives the pass back outside of there once more, and again is going to come in field here, and it's an opportunity here for Leitrim to continue on with the attack. Definitely that effort from Michelle Guckin, counting as 1 point for Leitrim, or counting for 2 points from Leitrim, we're hearing. Just to give us, you've heard an update in that sense.
Yeah, so if it was anybody on our own team who put it over, it's 1 point, but because it's the defensive team put it over, it's 2 points.
It's 2 points, so it counts for 2 points, and Leitrim go to 1-9. So that's Wexford 2-8, Leitrim 1-9. We just wanted to get confirmation of that, and that's exactly how it stands. So Wexford 2-8, Leitrim 1-9, and that's the second time in the championship this year that Michelle Guckin has converted to 45. She converted to 45 in the game in the Connacht Championship against Sligo as well. Here she is from play. Huge effort, drops this one in towards the edge of the square, and Michelle Guckin's effort, when she was the player in there, just kicked it towards the edge of the square from where she is, but it's got out to the left of the post and wide. So just to clarify that, Michelle Guckin's 45 counts as 2 points. It's Wexford 2-8, Leitrim 1 goal and 9, and 2 changes been made for Leitrim now. Number 12, Shimona Quinn is coming in, and also they're bringing in number 18 there, Brona O'Rourke from the St. Bridget's Club is also been introduced. So they're deciding now is the time for them very much to introduce fresh legs and try and get it themselves back into contention here. Well back in it at the moment. There's the scoreline from Kildare, 1 goal and 10 to 2 points. They lead against Tyrone in the other of the quarterfinals. Remember, the winner of that game will play the winners of this in the latter stages of the championship. Leitrim have taken off Vivian Egan and Charlene Turl, by the way. Those are the 2 players who come off. High fives all round with the manager. 110 to 3 points now, 10 between them there. 2 goals and 8 to 1 goal and 9. 14 plays, 12 here. 2 points between the teams, and we're 50 minutes into this encounter here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. Wexford's turn to attack. Forward they come with Bernie Breen inside the 45-metre line, up towards the 21. Still it's Bernie Breen in possession here, looks around, gives the pass to Ciara Banville. Banville takes the return, moving it infield to Bernie Breen again. Dangerous ball inside. There could be possibilities here of another goal. It's Chloe Fox. Oh, brilliant finish! Chloe Fox, her second goal of the game. How significant could that be? 2-6 she scored, and it's now 3 goals and 8 to 1 goal and 9, and Chloe Fox strikes again.
Yeah, Chloe, she's on the end of the ball. She's just lethal at the moment, but great work by Bernie Breen up the wing, you know, and great play by the referee to give advantage there, to allow Wexford to develop, you know, and allow that ball to come in.
Well, 5 between the teams here now at this stage. 3 goals and 8 to 1 goal and 9, and 51 minutes gone. You just wonder, will that be a significant score? Will that be the score that Wexford now could catapult them towards the All-Ireland semi-finals? Or have Leitrim got another response? Here they come again. The kick-out has been taken. They try to walk the ball in there towards those midfield channels here. Johnny Geraghty's team, his first year in charge, the Tyrone manager. But Wexford comes storming forward again. Emma Tompkins, introduced as a sub, breaks past the Leitrim 45-metre line, up towards the edge of the D, gives it to the centre half forward Aisling Murphy, and Aisling Murphy turns and shoots and gets her shot away and gets her opening point of the game. All of a sudden, everything that Wexford touch here is turning to gold, and it's Wexford who lead here by 3 goals and 9 points to 1 goal and 9, and the stopwatch tells us 52 minutes gone.
Yeah, excellent play by Emma Tompkins there. Great to see her. She loves to attack, she loves to get on the ball, and she loves to run forward, and that's exactly what she did. And an intelligent pass off to Aisling Murphy at the end and over the bar. Leitrim
are having trouble retaining any possession from their own kickouts at the minute. Wexford have the ball again, and it's Molly Murphy who is going to come forward. Molly Murphy once more plays the ball inside here towards the full forward, and that's Katrina Murray. Katrina Murray holding on to possession, gives the pass outside of there to Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly with the pass back to Aoife Cullen again. Aoife Cullen on the edge of the square, looks around, gives the ball to Chloe Fox, who has been a real torn in the Leitrim side all afternoon, and Chloe Fox now plays the ball across there to Katrina Murray, the full forward from just outside the 45-metre line. Short hand pass to Ciara Donnelly. Another score update from the second of the quarterfinals that we're focusing on. Kildare 1 goal and 11 points, and Tyrone 3 points now, the scoreline from there. So Kildare very much with the upper hand against Tyrone. Here comes Chloe Fox again. for Wexford. Good intelligent use of possession from her. Finds Bernie Breen, the player who set up that third goal for Wexford. Scored a point a little bit earlier in the game as well, and they drop another one in and over the bar, and Wexford increased the lead. It's 3 goals and 10 points now to 1 goal and 9, and that score again coming from Chloe Fox. Wonderful point. She went across there to get it. 2 goals and 7 now. What a personal tally she's got in the game.
Yeah, it's phenomenal work by Chloe today, given the fact that, again, she was out with the Camogie girls yesterday, helping them stay and retain their status. They were in a playoff against Down, so she's put in an epic shift here today.
Absolutely epic shift indeed. Leitrim really needs something now to happen fairly lively for them, and they walk the ball down to Michelle Guckin, who turns and shoots instinctively towards the goal and taps it in and taps it over the bar. 7 points for Michelle Guckin, not a bad personal tally either, but 2 goals and 7 from Chloe Fox has very much catapulted Wexford here into a 3 goals and 10 to 1 goal and 10 advantage. Our 54 minutes into, or 54 minutes into the game. Kick out taken again, lands short this time. Leitrim managing to win some possession back here, and they work the ball inside to Leah Fox. Oh, brilliant goal! Leah Fox beats the goalkeeper at her near post, and we were just saying how quiet she was in the game, how Wexford had kept her quiet, but she's got the goal when it matters. 3-10 Wexford, 2-10 Leitrim.
Game on, exactly. She got in there and she took a great shot. It came from a weak kick out from the keeper, who had overcooked it, gave possession straight to Leitrim, and they worked the ball into Leah Fox, and she made no mistake and put it in the back of the net.
Well, there was real power in the shot, but the fact that she beat the goalkeeper at the near post might be a cause of concern as well, that Wexford might look back on a little bit later in the game. All of a sudden, momentum has swung back to Leitrim, you feel. Here they come again. Sarah Reynolds now on the attack for them. Gives it to Leah Fox. Out to Carla Le Guin. Carla Le Guin with the fisted pass back in the 45-metre line. Kildare 1-11 now, really mounting up the score there to 4 points against Tyrone in the other quarter-final that we're focusing on. These winners of that game facing the winners of today's encounter here in Chadwick's Wexford Park. Who is it going to be? Will it be Wexford? Will it be Leitrim? Michelle Guckin has possession inside the 45-metre line. You feel there's a couple of twists and turns here in this game, yet ball has been kicked in by the Leitrim attack and has gone out to the right of the post and has gone out wide. Might only be their second wide. There's another change being made by Wexford now at this stage. B.V. McDonald is the player who has been brought in. Was due to start the game, was handed the number 13 jersey before the match. Number 13, maybe lucky for some and unlucky for others. And they're bringing off a player from here in front of us.
Yeah, Anya Lacey is making way to let Bevan in for the remainder of this game.
And Anya Lacey coming off, getting some words of encouragement from our management team as we look down at the eyes of all eyes on the ground at the moment now, very much focusing in on the referee as well. Just having a chat with 1 or 2 players there, whistle in the mouth. And we should be getting ready to get the action back underway here very, very shortly indeed, with a restart from the Wexford goalkeeper, who is Sophie Linehan, and has been beaten twice here in the game so far. The ball has come back out there towards Shorna Murphy, gives it to Roisin Murphy, team captain attacking here from the Shelmaliers Club, a famous Wexford club. Right up there to the 45-metre line she goes with it. And now plays the ball back in field here towards Clara Donnelly, past the 65-metre line. 1-12 to 4 points now in favour of Kildare against Tyrone, the latest score that we're getting from there. Clara Donnelly in possession on the Leitrim 45-metre line as Wexford go through a phase of possession here, leading by 3 points. 56 minutes and 45 seconds played here as we head in towards the home stretch of the game. Really enjoyable match, wonderful, entertaining game. 2 teams going end to end at it here, and it looks at the moment Wexford in the ascendancy, and they're happy just to go through a period of possession here as they retain the ball and hold on to it about 65 metres out from goal. It comes back here to Chloe Fox, injects some urgency into the attack, plays the fisted pass over towards the terrace side of the field. Some sprinkling of spectators there watching on anxiously here as Bernie Breen brings the ball inside the 45-metre line. Breen holds on to it, pass comes back again to Roisin Murphy, almost breaks the Leitrim 45. Now is kicked back back to Clara Donnelly. She really has been a brilliant distributor of the ball all afternoon. Kicks it down here towards this direction of Aoife Cullen. Aoife Cullen outside the 45-metre line. There's about 20 odd passes here that Wexford have put together, and Leitrim just simply cannot get their hands on the ball here at the moment. Meanwhile, time is not exactly on their side. 57 minutes and 48 seconds gone here on the stopwatch at the moment as the ball comes down towards this near side of the field and in towards the direction of Emma Tompkins again. Emma Tompkins looking to play the diagonal ball in field, but Leitrim have cut out the attack. Good defending there from Leitrim. Molly Murphy was the player, I think, who made that telling and vital interception. Plays it outside of there towards Laura O'Dowd. Operating deep, Deneve Ty. Michelle Guckin has gone way back deep to gather the ball in the middle of the field. Nia Fox now is the primary outlet, and Fox has got the ball again. 2 Wexford players around her. Beats one, gets inside the 14-metre line, and she goes to ground and she's brought down, and that's going to be a free in. The Wexford player protesting her innocence. Leah Fox urges the Leitrim players on. They're going to have a free here. It's going to be just outside the 21, and we're hearing 90 seconds remaining in the game here, and this is going to be absolutely crucial. Another free coming in from the Leitrim team. It's going to be Alva Clancy is the player who is going to kick it. The Glencar Manor girl stands on the 21-metre line, her back at an angle to the stand, kicking down towards the town goal, comes in, swings it in off the left, and it hits the post and goes wide. A gilt-edge opportunity. She holds her head in her hands. We were expecting her to tap that over the bar, but 3 remain between the teams, and this board change has been made. Number 27 is coming in there for Leitrim as well at this stage, and that's going to be Rebecca Rooney from Glencar Manor is the player who is going in. Rebecca Rooney been handed a lately at starting, or been handed a role in the team here in the dying couple of minutes. Changes to Wexford as well.
Katrina Murray is coming off there, and gone on in her place is Maria Byrne from Kilmore.
Oh, I don't know, can anybody even bear to watch this? It's going to be really tense here. We're 59 minutes and 35 seconds played, and it's Wexford who have the ball deep in their own half of the field. Katie English gives the ball back to her goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is Sophie Lenehan. Lenehan gets the fisted pass back out to Bernie Breen. Back to Lenehan again. It's cool, it's calm, it's collected from Wexford. Roisin Murphy is the team captain. Brings it out. Just wasted all the time in the world. She was so casual and cool coming out of it there. To Aisling Halligan. Wexford now work the ball outside their own 45-metre line. We're into injury time at the end of the second half. Ball kicked across field as Wexford hold on to it, and they get it out here to Clara Donnelly. And Clara Donnelly again brings the ball past halfway. Donnelly spreading towards the opposition 65-metre line. Still has it. Stops now. Checks her run momentarily. Gives the pass back to Bernie Breen. Bernie Breen looks around just to see if there's any options going. They'll be quite happy here, Wexford, to play down the clock at this stage. Aoife Cullen brings it forward. They lead by 3-10 to 2-10. The ball comes across here to Chloe Fox. Without a shadow of a doubt, the Wexford player of the match. A personal tally of 2 goals and 7. She's played a vital role, if this is going to be a Wexford win, to guide them back to the All-Ireland semi-finals again. Clara Donnelly getting through a number of Leitrim tackles and was fouled and goes to ground, and that's going to eat up valuable time, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Wexford.
Yeah, great possession play by Wexford there. You know, great work with them holding the ball, keeping calm. You know, they've been in these situations before. They're just working out the clock. You know, Clara has put in a phenomenal shift. Like the balls that she delivered in the first half, like every day she goes out to play, every day she wears the Wexford jersey, she just works. As you said, you know, it's Chloe's day today. She's been phenomenal like this, but there has been some great performances on this Wexford team today. No
doubt about it. Aisling Quinn has come in there for Leitrim as well, as they make some more late changes here, but really at this stage it looks as if it's going to be Wexford's day. Ciara Banville gives the ball to Chloe Fox, and Banville again in possession for them. Sends it out here now to Roisin Murphy. Roisin Murphy with the right-footed delivery all the way across to the far side of the field. Leitrim just can't get their hands on the ball. Clara Donnelly now as making the impact run. It's Aisling Murphy. And now Leitrim managed to win it back, but illegally so. Well, no, fairly so, says the referee, and it's going to be a free for Leitrim. One last chance. They need to get a goal from somewhere. The ball has gone across there towards Shimona Quinn, far side of the field. Looks around to see what options are available to her. 2 minutes of injury time has been played. She kicked it back towards Michelle Guckin, but it's Wexford who intercept. And now they come forward with Aisling Halligan. And Aisling Halligan's pass has gone astray. Neither team can hold on to the ball at the minute. Rebecca Rooney goes down there to win it for Leitrim. And Rebecca Rooney ends up on the deck, picks herself up. Obviously got a little bit of a knock there as well. And just going to be a free for Leitrim. But how much more time is going to be added on here? 62 minutes and 39 seconds gone here at this stage. It's nerve-wracking for Wexford. The two players collided. Rebecca Rooney is okay. She's back up playing, and we're hearing that Tyrone have got a penalty in their game. More on that later, as the referee is about to throw in the ball here. And again, it's won back by the Wexford team, and again they're going to win a free. A foul again on Chloe Fox, and this really is going just what Wexford need at this stage as they play the ball back there somewhat loosely towards Aisling Halligan, but they get away with it. Wexford have possession. Here's Aoife Cullen, takes the return pass from Roisin Murphy. Back to the team captain again. Roisin Murphy, third time involved in this move. 45 minutes out from the goal. There's that score update we're telling you about. 1 goal and 12 to 5 points. Point for Tyrone. 1 goal and 12 to 5 points now. The latest scoreline there. Will it be Wexford against Kildare? Those two great Leinster rivals that met in the Leinster final. Will they be meeting in the All-Ireland semi-final? All eyes on the Seamus Mulvihill here, the match official. Ball being brought forward by Ciara Banville. Banville looks around, sees what support is available, gives it to Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly with the fisted pass back in field here towards Katie English, wearing number 24, to Ciara Banville once more. And the referee again spots the foul, and it's going to be another free in. Michelle Guckin going in with the tackle. She's picked up a knock as well. Both players at the moment very much in the wars there. Seems to be a clash there between Michelle Guckin and Wexford's number 2, Aisling Halligan, and that's going to be a free, I presume, for Wexford in the middle of the field. Some of the players inquiring with the referee how much more time is going to be added on as well. Still the stream between them. Wexford still a possession. Back they go to Aoife Cullen. They know if they can see out the next minute or so, they could be in the All-Ireland semi-final. Back in the All-Ireland semi-final. Looking to get to the final for the third year in a row here at the Battle County. Ball switched back again to Roisin Murphy. Roisin Murphy to Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly with the fisted pass. Brings it in field here towards Aisling Halligan. Fully recovered from that last knock that she picked up. Pass back to Clara Donnelly again. Clara Donnelly to Roisin Murphy. Roisin Murphy with the right-footed delivery. Gives it there to Bernie Breen. It's agonisingly close down for Wexford. Leitrim were beaten in the Connacht final, beaten in the National League final in Division 4, missed out on promotion. Are they about to crash out of the championship in the All-Ireland semi-final stage or quarter-final stage? Sarah Harding in possession, free in for Wexford, and Leitrim just simply cannot get the ball at the minute. And there's the full-time whistle, and it's all over. It's Wexford who have secured their place in the All-Ireland semi-finals. They've won this game. Wexford 3 goals and 10. Leitrim 2 goals and 10. An epic encounter, a huge game, but Wexford on the back of an excellent second half performance against the Breeze, where they played the opening 9 minutes with only 14 players, dug deep, got the scores that mattered, and are back in the last 4 of the championship.
Yeah, an excellent game of football served up by both Leitrim and Wexford today. You know, it could have gone anyway, but Wexford just did step it up that little bit more in the second half, and those goals from Chloe Fox were just crucial. Playing against the wind seemed to suit him more than playing with the wind, and being down that player, that's where you see what a team is made of, and that's where the top 4 inches come in, and that's where the heart, drive and determination come, and today it worked out in Wexford's favour.
We were a little bit worried about them at the start of the second half, maybe with the number of wides that they had kicked, but they were much more economical in front of the post in the second half.
Yeah, it was great work, great play by their defence. They get back and they close out the players very, very quickly. Shout out to Michelle McGuckian, though. She is a class player. She just turns on a tuppence, and her shot there, like from a 45, like every young girl that's watching football at the moment should be out there, should be practicing, should be taking their 45s. They're worth 2 points to a team. So again, great shout out to Michelle. She played a great game today for Leitrim.
Well, we believe that Kildare have won the other game, 112 to 5 points, the full-time scoreline from there. So it's going to be Kildare against Wexford. Let's look at it from a Wexford perspective again for a moment here. Taking on that Kildare team who beat them in the Leinster Leinster Championship a little bit earlier this year, but Wexford will sense that they're improving.
Yeah, Wexford have come up against Kildare a few times and they haven't come out on the winning side against it, but they have been great games. But every time you play a team, you learn something more and you learn something more. So I wouldn't fear going in against Kildare the next day. They're a great outfit. They carry the favourites tags. They've beaten Wexford, I think it's 3 occasions this year so far. So, but you never know what's going to happen. A semi-final and a final is 50-50 on the day. When it comes to knockout, it depends on who's up for it on the day.
And for Leitrim, it's a matter of trying to learn from this bitter disappointment of losing here today, and hopefully maybe being able to come back, get promotion from Division 4 and launch another championship bid next year.
Yeah, no, it's been a great year for Leitrim. You know, they were unfortunate not to win the Division 4 final. It was a great game up in Parnell Park earlier this year. They've been building, they've been growing, they've a few more players to come back. You know, and games between Wexford and Leitrim over the years have always been very close.
Well, look at Leona Tractor. Thank you so much indeed for all your help today on the co-commentary. Really enjoyed the game. Our cameraman this afternoon. A big thank you to Owen Darcy for all his work here on cameras. Owen Daly, I should say, our cameraman here today, and also to our director and producer Rory O'Brien, as always. From myself, John Lynch, on commentary. Thank you indeed for watching. Well done to Wexford. Hard luck to Leitrim, but it's Wexford against Tyrone in the All-Ireland semi-final.